Hello friends, my name is Manoj Kumar from Corp IT and today video will discuss about a replica set in Kubernetes. So what exactly a replica set is? A replica set ensures that a specific number of identical pods are always running in the cluster. Its main role is to maintain high availability and consistency by automatically creating and or deleting a pod as needed. So in the previous video, we already discussed about the deployment, but beneath deployment, the replica set is the one who makes sure that we have certain number of pods that are running always that is defined by the user. How the Kubernetes replica set work? Okay, so in how basically it work, there are three important uh, things in the replica set. So first thing is the selector, then second is the replica count, and third is the pod template. In the practical section we'll also see all those three things. So what exactly a selector field tells the replica set which pod it's owned by matching with their label. Only pod matching this selector are managed by the replica set. We'll see in the video how later on in the video when I will do a demo there we can see that how the label and selector plays a key role in order to manage by the replica set. Then the replica count. This is something that how many pod that you want for that particular pod. What is the pod template? Pod template is basically which pod that you want to manage using that particular replica set. Okay. And now let's discuss about when to use or avoid the replica set. So you need a fine grained control over a pod management. You just created a pod and you want everything to be controlled by yourself. At those moments you can ignore the replica set or you can ignore the deployment, but in the real world scenario people use deployment in order to manage their uh, pods. They never use replica set directly. If they want to use it, these are few of the reason due to which user directly use replica set instead of going with the deployment. You don't require automate update and rollback. So in my previous video where we discuss about the deployment, if you don't need that, in those scenario people can use a replica set so that they can have a pod with their set maintain replicas. And the third reason could be your experiment or testing like we already doing in this video. In these scenario you can do that. How to write a replica manifest file? So there are 6 important pieces of the replica set manifest files. We'll also see a demo manifest file from the official website, so you can also have a look into that. So there are, first thing is the API version, then the kind, then the metadata, then the replicas like how many replicas you want, then a selector, and then the template. So these things that is required in a replica set. And if you want to scale up a pod or scale down a pod, you can also use that. In video we'll see that how exactly we do it. Okay, so let's just jump to this. Okay, so in this directory I already have a YAML file I just created. Okay, so let's just scan this. So you can hear this is the API version that we are discussing about. Then this is a kind. What exactly the kind is? What type of content this is? So this is a replica set. Then the metadata about this YAML file, what exactly this is. So I added name as a front end, and in the label I added app as a guestbook and tier as a front end. So we have three things done: API, kind, and metadata. Now let's come to the spec section. In spec section, the first thing is very important: replica. How many replica for this particular replica set I need? I need 3 replicas. Then the selector. That is something very important because this replica set will control a pod which have the matching selector. So you can see that match level tier also I name as a front end, so it just matches with that. Now template, this is our main container, basically what exactly we want to do it. So here we have that we want to create a container. Spec should it will, the name of the pod will be php redis and the image is this. Okay, so let's just see in the action. So how we can create that? kubectl apply -f replica set. it just created. How we can verify? kubectl get replica sets. So you can see here there are front end, there are 3 desired, currently they are running thing. How we can verify that? kubectl get pods hyphen 0 void. So you can see there are 3 pods that are running in this particular node. Let's suppose if you want to scale it, how you can scale it? kubectl scale replicas equal scale it by 10, let's suppose. Okay, and then replica set. What is this replica set name? Front end. Now let's just verify our pod again. See, there are 10 pods. So if you want to scale down, you can also do that. Let's just have it only 1. It is just, see, everything is terminating. So after some time there will be only 1 pod. So this is a quick video about that. If you want to learn more, you can always refer the official uh, Kubernetes website to get knowledge about. For the same, I also wrote a detailed article. If you want to check out that, you can also check out that. There are a lot of good insight that I shared that I cannot cover on the video. So yeah, that's all for this video. Hope you like it. If you have any suggestion, any query or something, you can let me know in the comment. If not, you can also reach out to me over the LinkedIn for the same. So that's all for the video. Thanks. Have a great day ahead. Peace.